Welcome to FPL Forbes. My name is Mary Forbes. We're bringing you Euro Fantasy player tip statistics to get you winning your mini leagues. If you didn't see the video I did before this, please go ahead and check this link. It will tell you about which attacking options you should be looking at. I'll be adding to those attacking options in this final video, looking at some of the Belgium attacking options I did not do in the previous video. Don't worry, we'll keep the Portuguese players coming in, but let's get into it here. I looked at some attacking options from game day 1, which you saw previously. Now looking at the clean sheet options. As mentioned before, I'll be using Ben Crillen's spreadsheets here. Please go ahead and follow him at Ben Krillen. Check out these graphic statistics he's been putting up. What we can see from the numbers: Denmark versus Finland, very high probability of Denmark getting a clean sheet. Spain versus Sweden, likewise Austria versus North Macedonia, as well as Italy versus Turkey. Now, doing a bit of research, I found the captain of the Danish team is Simon Kuyer, who's got over 100 points, 100 games for the side. So he's going straight in there, solid. He's definitely going to be a starter. And to be honest, finding those starting players is what's been really tricky with some of the other teams, particularly Spain, even Portugal and France and so on. So we know that there's a high probability of a clean sheet here chance for Denmark, and he is the captain, Simon. He will be starting. Done, put him in. Now, some are also talking about Joachim Mahale, who's going for 4.5 million, is already owned by 4% and did get some attacking returns. However, he's not a solid guaranteed starter. Hasn't started their last few games, but did play their previous fixtures. So he's definitely an option to keep your eye on. But for right now, he'll be on the side. As you can see, I had him in my first draft, but since I got the information about him actually not being a solid starter, I've actually avoided him. So let's move on to the next point here. Oddly enough, Spain have not included Sergio Ramos in their squad, and lots of eyes have been on Laporte to come in and be the center for the Spanish team. But there has been a lot of rotation here, as I've just mentioned, and combination of the two centre backs seem to be Pau Torres, who used to play alongside Ramos, as well as Eric Garcia. Both are at 4.5 million. You can see here Pau Torres, 4.5 million, as well as Garcia, who's at 4.5 million. And if you want to get Laporte in, it's a hefty 6 million to get him in. So let me see. There's no certainty as to who will start, and I may just keep Jordi Alba in. As you saw from our attacking returns previous video, I brought in Jordi Alba. He will be also an expensive 6 million option, but seems to be getting a lot of attacking returns for Spain and seems to be the go-to starter. So I've included him here. Now we move on to Italy versus Turkey. As mentioned before, I have Donnarumma as my goalkeeper between the posts. The main reason why I haven't gone for actually a Danish the keeper, Dachmann, is because I just know for 100% sure that the Italian Donnarumma will be starting, and I see a clean sheet based on the statistics that I've had before. Italy, I think, have had the most consecutive clean sheets leading up to the competition. Therefore, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for Turkey to break them down. So he's in. He is for 5.5 and is not the Bachmann, which is 4.5. So I'm looking there. If I can keep him in, I definitely will. I haven't filled up the few remaining positions that I still need to fill up. So if I need to downgrade him, I may do it to the Danish team, but I will see moving forward here. The other defenders for Italy are very, very hard to predict, and I have yet to come across any information that's going to really be pointing me to one of their defenders. So at this point, I haven't included an Italian defender, which could be to my detriment. I have seen a lot of people bringing in Spinazzola as well as Bonucci. Both are at 5.5 million, as you can see here on the screen. And I am just not certain of who I will be bringing in. Of course, you can see 11% ownership of Florenzi. Haven't seen much about that, but for right now, let's move on to some of the Austrian options because they were playing North Macedonia, the lowest ranking team in the competition. And while, as I mentioned, Bachmann seems to have been named the number one goalie at 4.5 million, which is an attractive option, the nailed on centre back of Hinteregger seems a sure starter, and hopefully he can get us the maximum 6 points for a defender with a clean sheet that doesn't have any attacking gains. So let's head across here and put in Austria as a defender and bring in Hinteregger. So we've done very well so far in our bringing in the Danish Simon Koyer and as well as bringing in the Austrian Martin Hinteregger. He's a sure starter as well. Now, moving on to the Portuguese. Now, Diaz is an obvious choice to play alongside Jose Fonte, but doesn't offer too much in attacking returns. He has scored 1 goal in the last 7 matches, but that was really it. The man who stands out is Cancelo with 1 goal and 3 assists. So if we bring Cancelo in, he is a hefty 6 million, as well as 22% ownership, which is pretty crazy. For if you're looking for differentials, as you can see, Ruben Diaz 41% ownership, also at a hefty 6 million. Not sure if I'm going to go for Diaz, but right now we've got a starting 4 at the back. We've got a starting 2. We've got 3 in the midfield. So I am looking basically to fill 3 more places, hoping to keep the team I currently have and need 1 midfielder, a forward, and a defender. Of course, I am looking to get in Bruno Fernandes and either Jota or Silva. I'm thinking Jota at the moment, just based on his numbers. He's got more goals and more assists over the last 7 matches than Silva. So he's going to be coming in. But of course, at 8.5 million, he is hefty. But I have now 11.5 million to fill a defender as well as an attacking or forward position. I do like the looks of Timo Pukki because he's a starter and as a cheap price. Those are the only reasons. He was in my original draft as well. And a defender, I'm going to have to do a bit more research, but I will do the final reveal of my team potentially later today or tomorrow. So if you haven't, please subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you know when that movie, or rather, you know when that video will be coming out. If you found the information useful, please go ahead, subscribe, and hit that like. That's a huge, huge help for me, and it's completely free. So, looking forward to seeing you in the next video. This is FPL Forbesy. Bye-bye.